Hello Flosstube, I'm back. Jenny here, stitching all night long on YouTube, and Jen B Creates on Instagram. First of all, I want to thank all of you for all the love, the likes, the comments that I received on my first video 2 weeks ago. Especially thanks to Kim Hollenbeck, Spartan Stitcher. She gave me a shout out for my first video. Thank you, Kim. Wow, I'm overwhelmed. And you probably all know her already, but if you don't know Kim, check her out. She has the most amazing full coverage projects. She's active in a full coverage fanatics group, and she's just a lovely person. And thank you, Kim. I'm really flattered. I also got several comments, of which one was from Deborah Brandenburger. And Deborah, I also noticed it already after uploading my first video, but she commented, in your next video, will you tell us something about yourself? For the first video, I was so nervous that I just forgot to tell you who I am. So I will do that now. So I'm Jenny, I'm 36 years old, and as you can hear, I am living in the Netherlands together with my partner, my boyfriend, and our 2 kids, 2 sons of 3 and 6 years old. So most of my free time goes to those 2 boys. For a living, I am a physician, and I have been working for 11 years in a hospital here in Rotterdam. And last March I stopped working there, so I've been home for 2 months now, and with all that's going on, that was well, quite convenient. I took care of the kids while they couldn't go to school, so that was all okay. But in the meantime, I also searched for a new challenge, because that was the reason why I stopped my previous job. And I found it. So in 2 to 3 weeks I will start a new job. I don't know how much stitching time and video time I will have left by that time, but we will see. I am really excited to start. I have been working, like I said, in a hospital, and now I will go out of the hospital to preventive care, so totally different field, but I really like what I know about it this far, and I'm really excited to start. So that's new in a few weeks. So yeah, what more about me? Hobbies: stitching. I do also some knitting, some crochet, but mainly stitching. I like reading, especially young adult novels and fantasy. And my all-time favorite writer is Robin Hobb, or Megan Lindholm is a real name. And the Life Ship Trader trilogy is the best as far as I'm concerned. I really liked it. I am reading now, or not reading, I'm listening to an audiobook now, Great North Road. I started it last week. I showed you 2 weeks ago this Hate that I'm stitching, Great North Road. It's the book cover of that book, and well, I wanted to know what story belonged to that art, so I am listening that now. It's a really long story. I'm at 40%, I think, and a lot has happened already, but yeah, I'm intrigued by it, so I will definitely finish that one, and I'm curious to know what happens next. Other questions that I received on my first video is whether I have a rotation for my whips. Well, not really. As I told you, I'm focusing this year on 20-sided dice fairy, my first hate that I started in 2016. and I really want to finish her this year. So that's my main piece, and I often have 1 or 2 other pieces on the go. At this moment it's the gift that I'm stitching, so that one I want to have finished in the next few weeks. And I just stitch what I like. I have several big projects, so I really have to feel it to work on it. Someone asked whether I already have a wall for 20-sided dice fairy walls. First she has to be finished, and yes, we have enough white space on the walls. Maybe in our movie corner in the living room where we keep all our Blu-rays and DVDs. We'll see. I don't know what frame I will choose for her yet, so as soon as we know, we can decide where she will go. Gracie mentioned the blue fabric that I'm stitching on for my long dog sampler. I don't have it here, so sorry that I'm not showing it. I will insert a picture from last time here. It's a Sea Storm from XJU Design. I will link her Etsy shop below. It's a 32 count even weave hand dyed, and it's just a perfect color for this piece, I think. And it's a joy to stitch on. It's so soft, her fabric, and it smells good, and yeah, it's lovely to stitch on, and I can really recommend her fabrics. Well, what do I have to show you this week? I have the 2 whips that I worked on these past 2 weeks. So I will show that first, and after that I will show some finishes from the last 4 years. So the whips, the first one is a gift that I'm stitching. It's in my homemade project bag, and I can still show it, but I think in 2 weeks I won't show it, because then the text will be visible and the person for whom it is will know what's that it's a gift for him. It's in a bendy flip from X Plus on Etsy, and here is I will show a picture from last video if I can get it edited. And here it is, where it is now. So I worked on the edges, I worked a little bit on the text, and I filled in the block around the eye. It's a design from Emma Congdon, Stitch Rovia on Etsy. Yeah, and I like it this far. It's relaxed stitching. I'm stitching this on 32 count linen antique white with the Cold for DMC colors. Then the next and last piece that I worked on in the past 2 weeks is 20-sided dice fairy, of course. I will show a picture where I was. I'm working on the lower left corner, so here's the picture from the last video. And here is where she is now. The needle minders are from Lydia, Lovely Stitches 835 on Etsy. And you see that I did quite a lot, almost 9,000 stitches in 2 weeks. I worked on her arm, on the blue of the dice. Sorry. I already had a piece of the tail done, but I filled it in and I worked on the remainder of the tail. I started on her braid and also here on the remainder of her body. This all will be black and a little bit of 3371 dark brown, but no, most of it will be black. So I have started by doing a length of thread every day, so I already filled some black in, but still a lot to go. But well, it will go fast, so the stitch counter will go up. So 20-sided dice fairy for now. finishes. Like I told you last video, I started on 20-sided dice fairy in 2016, and I have started several hates since then, and other big projects and just a few small ones. It also means that I don't have too much finishes. I only have 5 to show you actually, so that's not too much. What did I finish? Let's start with this one because it's on top. This is a SAL from last year. I started it on the 7th of November 2019 and finished it on the 25th of November. It's the Nutcracker Parade SAL from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it's really cute. You see the Red King, the ballerina, and the Nutcracker. It's so cute. For the SAL, they also give us finishing instructions to make a flat fold from it. I haven't finished it yet, but I will try and do that before December this year so that I can use it as a decoration in my office or downstairs, although it's a little girly, so I don't know how my boys will like that, but I really like it, and it was fun to stitch. There are a lot of stitch alongs going on, and I really was tempted to start a year-long stitch along, but because I already have so much big projects going, I just try to resist, and it worked so far. So let's hope I can keep on going like this, because with all the whips I have, I should be a little bit moderate, or how do you say? Well, just don't start too much when possible. Another finish I have here is my latest finish. I finished this on the 8th of April 2020, and I started it on the 21st of March 2020. And it's a Mill Hill kit from the Christmas Village series. This is the toy shop, as you can see, and I stitched it on 28 count even weave by Fabric Flair, Dusky Sky, and you see the stitches. It's the DMC from the kit, 3/2 on the fabric, and all these beads. Just see all the sparkle. It's so fun. So Christmassy. I love it. So it's not fully finished, as you can see. I would like to finish this as a tiny decorative pillow. I have several Mill Hill kits. Last time you saw the apothecary that I started on, and I really would like a tiny Christmas village below the tree in pillows. So before December, I really want to try and finish this one. Fully finish this one. A third finish that I had this year was in February, the 6th of February. It was really a tiny stitch. I stitched 3 days on it, and it's called Time by Irina Konoplich. It was a gift, so I don't have it anymore, but I will insert a picture here. As you can see, it's a small jar with thyme. I wanted to give a friend of mine a little more me time, or her time. I stitched it on this plastic canvas. It's really strange stuff, but as you can see, I just cut the jar out of it, and I have enough to make some more jars whenever I need a really small present. I have 2 more finishes to show you, and I'm really doubting what should I show you first. One is evenweave, so I will do that last. Then I will show you now my height that I finished. I have finished 1 height. I started it on the 20th of November 2016. It was the 3rd height that I started, but the first that I finished on the 28th December of 2018, so I stitched 2 years on it, and it's a long one. Many of you will recognize this one. This is Train of Dreams by Randal Spangler. Here it is. Look at that. All the details. It's the regular chart, regular color version, but look at that. It's so gorgeous. Oh, just look at that. Well, many of you will scream to the screen now, why haven't you framed it yet? Yeah, I should do that. I won't frame this myself because of the size, because of all the work that has gone in it. It deserves a professionally framed job, and I will, order that this month, I think. So I promise you this to you. This month I will make sure that it gets to a framer and they can start framing it. My eldest son really wants this in his room, and he has a wall where it can go, so yeah, I should really frame it for him. I stitched this one extreme cross country. So what I did, I started with all the black. On the top it was easy, but also all the black all around. It was 18 pattern pages, chart pages. And after the black, I just let my son choose which color I should use next. So he was always like, oh no, I want yellow, and now I want this brown, and so I was all over the place, and he was just ordering me around for 2 years, but he liked it, and we really saw it grow. So Train of Dreams by Randal Spangler, charted by Haidt. So yay, 1 Haidt finished, 6 to go. Then my final finish to show you, and the reason that I'm showing this last is because I worked on it this morning. I finished it in February already. It's a gift. I started it in December, ended in February, and this morning I laced it and framed it, and it was my first FFO and my first lacing and framing, so it took quite a while, and it was a bit of a fuss, but it worked. It's framed, and I can gift it to the one who will receive it. If in any case any family members are watching this video, please look away. I will tell you when you can look again, and you will see it soon enough. So if you haven't seen me before the 10th, or if you are watching this before the 10th of June, please look away, and you will see it soon. You will see it soon enough. So here it is. So, family members, you can look again. I won't show it again. It's a piece by Emma Congdon, Stitch Rovia, and I found it in Cross Stitcher magazine, I believe March 2019. It's called a Perfect Blend, at least in the magazine. I don't know how it's called in her Etsy shop, but I do know that she sells it in her Etsy shop as well, the chart now. So you can find it there if you don't have the magazine. And yeah, I really love it, and I hope the receiver will share that thought. So we will just wait and see. So I think that's all that I wanted to show you this time. You've seen my current whips, you've seen my finishes, and I hope that in the next few weeks I am able to work on more whips so that I can show you a little more progress next time. And otherwise it will just be a short video. I think I will plan another video in 2 weeks, but maybe I will wait a month. I just wait and see how the next weeks will go and what I get done. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to send them to me through the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I almost forget, but I really want to point you towards some other YouTubers, not because I'm that well known, but because the stitching community in the Netherlands is not that large. It's not that common a hobby, I think, in the Netherlands. But there are a few Dutch YouTubers, and if you don't know them yet, check them out, because they're also so nice. They have such great whips and lovely videos. The YouTubers that I really want to mention are Jantina Stitches. You can also find her on Instagram. Her sister-in-law Jemima, the rocking stitcher, has several enormous full coverage projects, but wow, they're so gorgeous. So check her out. And then there's Debbie, Creatively Yours, who does 2 weekly videos, and she's fun. She's really fun and has more like primitive stitch projects, but she's so fun. And then there's Lydia from Lovely Stitches. She makes the needle minders, but she also has a YouTube channel. So if you don't know the other Dutch YouTubers, check them out, and they're much more fun to watch than me. So, well, hopefully I will see you next time. Until then, have a lovely stitchy week or month or weekend, whatever, when you're watching this. And hopefully I will see you around next time or on another platform. So, bye for now. Bye.